You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It is now time for the game where you choose your own cinematic adventure. There are 10 movie clips that we have assembled from various decades in American movie history, as we do each and every Friday night. And your job is to pick one and then name the movie from which it comes. Some days we play for prizes and some days we play for fun. After hearing the clip, you can ask for help from anyone in the studio or in your house. You can Google, you can text a friend, you can lie, cheat, steal. We don't care. But the answer is up to you. You'll have 30 seconds from the end of the clip and one hint from those of us in the studio to give the right answer. Now, let's get to it. This is Name That Movie Cult Classic. And it's the Mark Rahner Expert Edition, as we are playing for Later with Mo Kelly, mugs and keychains, the new swag, the new merchandise that we have that you can't find anywhere else. You can't buy it. You can't barter for it. You can't steal it. You got to get it directly from the source during Name That Movie Cult Classic.
They don't sell this stuff at Hot Topic?
Nope. Can't get it on Etsy. Can't get it anywhere other than right here. And this is the Expert Edition. Some of the clips are very easy. Some are damn near impossible. And some are pretty difficult. Okay? And I think are pretty difficult for even someone the likes of Mark Rahner to tackle.
How did I merit this honor? Is it an honor?
Yes, it is, because you're a cinephile. And I think, like, okay, would Mark know this as someone who has an extensive knowledge of movies across multiple genres?
Someone who has a lot of time on his hands.
Well, be that as it may, you know something about movies. Okay. So right. I look to you to see whether these are going to be easy or not. So with no further ado, let's get to it and get to the phones. Let's first start with Gabby in Chino tonight. Good evening, Gabby.
Good evening, Mo. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It's my favorite part of the week. I'm ecstatic to be able to speak with you. Are you driving right now?
I am. I'm on the 71, headed home.
Okay. Hopefully you're safe and you'll be able to concentrate on the clip.
I am.
All right. You are first up. Have you played with us? Are you familiar with how we play the game?
I'm familiar, but I've never played before.
All right. Well, since you're first, you can choose any number between 1 and 10, and we'll play the corresponding clip for you.
Okay, let's try number 8.
Number 8. Here we go.
To make the Friday 8 a.m. deadline, you're going to have to go old school. One night boost, put all your nuts in one basket, okay?
One night?
Yes.
What are you, crazy? One night?
What do you have, like a better plan or something?
You spread it out. You play shadow games and
truncated timetable.
Otto, I'm sorry. Can you just listen to me for 1 second?
We heard you kept shadow games, but what you have to understand is that if you play shadow games, by the second night, the heat is on to you. With a one-night boost, by the time the first car is reported stolen, your ship sets sail. It's a surprise attack.
This is a complicated list, fellas. It really is. Okay? There are 25 that aren't a problem, but these exotics are tough to find. And the new Mercedes, they require laser-cut keys. Okay?
Yeah, I got that covered.
Well, you have that covered.
What'd I just say? Yeah, I got it covered. That's what I just said. Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's get to work.
Gabby, you are first up. Gabby in Chino. Do you know that movie? Do you recognize that clip? Were there any voices that you recognized?
I don't recognize the clip. I think maybe Robert De Niro's in there, but I couldn't really tell.
Well, there was Robert Duvall, and there was Nicolas Cage, Scott Conn. Does that help you at all?
No.
If I said Mustang Shelby Eleanor, does that give you a hint?
Is it Gone in 60 Seconds?
Well done. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right.
Now, were you familiar?
My brother-in-law would be so proud of me.
Were you familiar with the movie?
Yes, and my brother-in-law would be so proud of me. He loves that movie.
Now, here's a deep cut also for you, Mark Rahner. Gabby, have you seen the original?
Yes.
It was one of the first movies that my father took me to. It was like, I think it was 1974 or so when it came out.
Oh, no way. That's really cool.
Yep. So
H.B. Halicki.
Yes. Well, Gabby, congratulations. You are setting the show off right.
Mo.
You are most welcome. Very quickly before I let you go, how did you find the show? How long have you been listening?
I've been listening forever. I love listening to you guys on the way to work and on the way home. You guys are awesome.
Well, we appreciate you, Gabby. Congratulations, and your prize is on its way.
Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend. Let's go to Trent in Rivertucky, or as he may call it, Riverside. Trent, how you doing tonight? Trent, you there?
I don't think you like that Rivertucky joke.
Yeah. Did we lose Trent?
I think he dropped.
No.
Yeah.
Trent.
I was like, I don't see the name.
Oh, my gosh. Well, it's only appropriate. That means we have to go to Michael in Mo Valley, which is in the county of San Bernardino. Michael, you out there?
Yeah, man, you messed that all up.
How you doing tonight,
right
Michael?
Next to Rivertucky, as a matter of fact.
Michael, what were you doing before you called in?
Smoking a joint.
Well, there we go.
Get it. Not a boy.
You are ready for the game. Now, do you know how we play the game?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can choose any number but 8.
All right. Let's go with
what?
Let's go with number 6.
Okay, number 6. Here we go.
I'll take 1. Shaw, 3. And the dealer will take 1. That's 500. I'll call. Call and raise. 300. Mount. Hold. You're 3. And raise. 500. That's 8 to me. Call. Jack's on top. Beats me. 3 10s. Tough luck, Ron hand. But that's what you get for playing with your head up your ass. A couple more like that, we can all go to bed early.
Michael and Moval, do you know what that movie is? It's not easy, but it's most definitely a classic. I will give you some hints. And in just telling you who's starring in it should give it away. It stars Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Robert Shaw, Charles Durning.
All these people dead. Well,
Robert Redford's still alive.
So. Oh, is he? Oh,
yes. Don't kill him off yet.
I want to say like Sundance Kid.
You're in the neighborhood because Paul Newman and Robert Redford did a number of movies together. How about Pool Table? Mark, you want to help him out?
What's Mo's least favorite thing in the world?
I remember Volkswagen Jetta from a long time ago.
Okay, what is my number 1 phobia?
I don't know, Mo.
Okay, what are you hearing?
Going out at night?
What are you hearing?
Going out at night.
Okay, work with me. Michael, what do bees do? Other than...
They sting.
They what?
So, they sting.
Okay. Paul Newman, Robert Redford, movie...
They're just not coming to me at all.
You're not going to force this one.
This is the best. Okay.
Steve? Robert Newman? Steve? I know. What's that corner?
Okay, all right. Is article...
Oh, you're going to article on it?
Yeah.
Not article on the Friday night.
I know, after a joint. All right, here we go. Police, when they do like a stakeout, another word for a stakeout is a type of operation.
A sting. Oh, the sting.
Yes!
Thank you, Jesus.
I would have never gotten that.
We know. We're clear, Michael. I love it. Okay, Michael.
Thank you very much.
This is what I need you to do. I need you to just watch the movie just because Paul Newman, Robert Redford, The Sting, it is a classic. Okay?
It is.
Watch it.
Check it out. Yeah.
Okay? And then call us back sometime and let us let us know what you thought about it, okay? And we got a prize coming your way.
Thank you, sir.
Michael, have a great weekend. It's Later with Mo Kelly. And we're off. Name that movie called Classic. KFI AM 640. More of your calls in just a moment. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Name that movie called Classic. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app, and we're playing for Later with Mo Kelly mugs and keychains. You can't get them anywhere else. They're not available in stores, as they say. You can't get them online. You cannot get them anywhere other than right here, right now. These are going to be collector's items. And this is the Mark Rahner Expert Edition of Name That Movie Called Classic. And if you didn't know, if you weren't tuning in earlier, next week, Mark Rahner is going to be sitting in this very chair hosting the show, as Twala Sharp and I will be gone somewhere on the open seas. And Mark will be doing the game as well, from what I understand.
Looking forward to it. I'm going to pick some fun stuff.
Oh, absolutely. So if this is in honor of him, I'm talking about him like he's gone.
By in honor, you mean in mockery.
Something like that.
Yes,
whatever. Tomato, tomato.
Yes, of course.
This is the Mark Rahner Expert Edition. Now, there's some in here which are pretty easy, and there's some which are pretty damn tough. And I use Mark as the litmus test for what is tough. He knows a lot about movies, so I'm interested to see if he'll get the really difficult ones. Let's go to Ricky in Norwalk. What's going on, Ricky?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Keller?
I am absolutely wonderful. Best job in the world. Having a good time tonight and being able to talk to you. What were you doing prior to calling in?
I was drinking a pint of Fireball and listening to you guys like I do every night.
That's right. I love it. Smoking and drinking, having a good time. That's the way you're supposed to kick off the weekend. You ready to do this, Ricky?
That's right, sir.
Have you played this before?
Yes, sir, I do, sir. No, I have not, sir.
Okay, the only people who have to call me sir are the kids in my martial arts class.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, that's it. I appreciate you being so very polite, but, you know.
Sifu.
No. I'm not seafood. That is kung fu.
Or well, I should have said seafood. SEAFOOD, not Sifu, as in martial arts teacher.
You're not going to get.
I love you guys. You guys cracked me up.
Well, he wasn't funny. Don't humor him. Do not humor that guy, Ricky.
Hammer down, Mark. Hammer down.
I like this guy.
Working though.
All right, Ricky, you can choose any number except 6 and 8.
2.
Here comes number 2.
Occupation?
I'm a photographer. I work for an advertising agency. That's a communication satellite. My firm's doing promotional films for General Electric to interest investors.
Documentos?
Olympics, World Series, that sort of thing. Postcard.
Bellas Artes. You carry it as a trophy. You like to look at it.
It's a postcard. Look, this is foolish. They're not going to charge me anything. I'd like to get out of here.
Asesinato. Lo acusamos de asesinato.
What's he saying?
They're charging you with murder.
You're kidding. You've got to be kidding.
Cop killer.
I am not.
Comunista.
I am not.
Terrorista.
No, I am a tourist. I am a businessman.
Ricky, I know that this is going to be very difficult, so I'm going to give you some hints off the top. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It stars Timothy Hutton and Sean Penn. The movie came out in 1985. It is, I would say, a classic spy thriller. The true story of a disillusioned military contractor employee and his drug pusher childhood friend who became walk-in spies for the Soviet Union.
Mo, that you had to give me the hardest one, didn't you?
No, it's not the hardest one. That's what I'm saying. This is the Expert Edition. Mark, do you know what it is yet?
I think I do, and if it's what I think it is, it's not as hard as you think. It's two things, the blank and the blank.
Correct.
The Falcon and the Showman?
Yes. I don't care if you're cheating or not.
What I'm talking about.
You were Googling, weren't you? Tell the truth.
Hey, Mo, I Googled that stuff.
We don't care. We just want to know what you
right
did.
here. Hey, I got my girl sitting right here cock and loaded.
The girlfriend was at the Google ready. I like that. No, but seriously.
Teamwork.
It's one of those movies, it holds up really well. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend going back and watching it. It's Sean Penn, and you get to see him at the early part of his career in a non-Jeff Spicoli role. And you can see
no fast time to Richmond High.
Right. And you can see that Sean Penn can actually act. Mark, do you remember the movie?
Barely. I haven't seen it since it came out when I was just a fetus.
Oh, you were more than a fetus. I think you were in high school.
Let's just move on, please.
Well, anyhow.
Hey, well, thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mark. And to all of you, too, and all of you guys at KFI. I love you guys.
We appreciate it. Ricky, congratulations. Have a great weekend and have a drink for me.
All right, you be safe, my brother.
All right, then. It's Later with Mo Kelly. Gary in River Tucky, stay on the line. Paul in Encino. Scott in Texas, listening via the iHeartRadio app. Stay on the line. Your calls are next. More of Name That Movie Cult Classic, the Mark Rahner Expert Edition in just a moment. What, you don't like that credit?
I can feel the mockery in your voice.
No. Condescension, yes, not mockery.
Well, definitely a large helping of that, yes.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mo Kelly. Name That Movie Cult Classic, the Expert Mark Rahner Memorial Edition. Like that, Mark? Like that?
Sorry, I'm not dead quite yet.
Okay,
Mo.
we're just getting out in front, you know. It eventually will be the Memorial Edition.
That's very touching.
Not soon, but eventually.
If only I could find some way to show my appreciation.
How about you get to host next week?
Oh, yeah. I'm happy to do it. It'll be a lot of fun. Thank you.
We're playing a very special edition of Name That Movie Cult Classic as we're giving away Later with Mo Kelly mugs and keychains. You can only get them here. You can only get them during the game. Let's go to Gary in River Tucky. Some people call it Riverside. I call it River Tucky. Good evening, Gary.
How you doing, Mo?
I'm doing well. How was your evening so far?
Oh, it's going good. It's going good.
All right. Do you have any extra substances for your evening?
Yes.
Yes.
Gary.
Yes.
Period.
I plead the fifth. That's all the information we're going to get. All right, Gary, you can choose 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10.
We'll go with 1.
Number 1. I think you should get this one.
What? What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Yes. Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. He's black. Go on. He's bald. Does he look like a bitch? What? Does he look like a bitch? No! Then why you try to fuck him like a bitch, Brent?
Gary, I'll be very disappointed if you don't know this one.
That's Pulp Fiction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man. I said some were easy, some were very hard, but you picked the easy one, so you got the easy one.
Let's go.
Congratulations, man.
All right, thank you, brother.
How long have you been listening to the show?
Off and on for several years.
Okay. All right. We appreciate you rocking and rolling with us. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, no problem. Have a good one, brother.
All right, then. Have a great weekend, Gary. Let's go to Paul in Encino. Paul, good evening.
Hey, how's it going?
It is going wonderfully right now. And do you know how we play this game?
I've been listening, so I picked it up.
Okay.
I took a number. And
we'll play the corresponding clip. We'll give you some hints and some help if you need it. You ready?
Sounds good.
Okay, you can choose 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, or 10.
3.
You chose a hard one. Just want to let you know. Here we go.
Moreland?
Who is this boy?
He's the ranking cadet, Moreland. Do you have any explanation for this? My God, son, where are all the weapons?
The weapons are secured, sir.
What do you mean secured? You mean you stole them?
No, sir. We confiscated them.
I don't believe
Deacon,
you.
where's the phone?
There's one in the office near the entryway.
I'm afraid not, sir. We've cut the lines.
Oh, my God. Listen, kid, if you don't turn those weapons over immediately, you're going to jail. Now, don't be an idiot.
The right to bear arms is guaranteed in the Constitution, sir.
You tell us where you put those weapons, or this will be the sorriest day of your life.
All right, we have 3 demands. They're very reasonable. When they're met, we'll be happy to return every weapon, every shell.
You say we. Who else?
Number 1, I want a meeting with General
Put your
Vick.
hands behind your
You
back.
stay where you are, Sheriff. Number 2, I want a commission to look into the selling of this academy to real estate interests. Number 3, I want a meeting between my officers, myself, and the Board of Trustees to discuss alternatives to the closing of this academy. That's it. That's all we want.
It's a real difficult one, but it's not an impossible one. There were a lot of clues in there. Do you need some hints, Paul?
I'll always take hints, but I think I know what it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think you do too, because if you know the movie, you know that clip.
Okay. What is your first guess?
Let me start this way. Is Timothy Hutton in it?
Yes.
He knows it.
Yes, he does know it.
It's Taps.
Yes, it is. Now, for those listening who don't know, it starred Timothy Hutton, George C. Scott, Sean Penn, Tom Cruise, and it's the story of a military academy which was taken over by its cadets, and they held it hostage because they wanted to save the academy. It launched the careers of Tom Cruise and Timothy Hutton, and it was 1981.
Was this the first or the second Brat Pack film?
I want to think it's Mark. I think it was the first.
Before Rumblefish?
Say that again.
Because those guys were all in The Outsiders.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if I thought The Outsiders might have been. It was rather. I was trying to think which one was the first of the Brat Pack
Outsiders. What year that was? 83.
That was around 81 too.
No, Outsiders was 83. So Taps was the first one.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, and that launched all their careers. I remember it's one of those movies like, wow. And it's interesting because Timothy Hutton was thought to be who's going to be the much bigger star after this movie. Not Sean Penn, not Tom Cruise. And, no disrespect to Timothy Hutton, but it just didn't turn out that way.
Oh, because he was in Ordinary People around the same time as well.
Yep.
It's one of those great movies, and I haven't seen it in at least 10, 15 years. I want to see it again to see what it looks like now, in 2024. Mark, when was the last time you think you saw it?
I haven't seen it since I was a kid when it came out. In fact, I was barely conceived.
Oh, my goodness. Why you keep fighting it, Mark? See what I got to put up with, Paul? See what I deal with? He's worse than my wife, always lying about his age.
Shame on you.
Hillary, the DNC's
that's
over.
What radio is meant for.
I know, I guess. This is my life. I chose it. Well, Paul, I thought that was going to stump a lot of people, and maybe it would have, but it didn't stump you. You knew that one right off the top. That's pretty impressive.
It wasn't as hard as the Sting. That was a tricky one.
Really? I thought that would have been easier. I thought that was one of the more memorable scenes from the movie.
And see, I thought that was the gambler.
Handed that guy that you couldn't have handed it to him.
Well, we tried. We tried.
Emailed it to him, man.
Well, Paul, congratulations. Thank you for being a good sport. Thank you for being a great contestant and I would say an expert on movies. I thought that was going to stump people, but it didn't stump you. Fantastic job, my friend.
Have a good night, sir.
Have a good night. Have a great weekend. And Scott, we're coming to you in just a moment, and you'll have the whole segment. We won't rush you at all, so keep on hanging. He is calling from Texas/Oklahoma, listening on the iHeartRadio app. We have one more segment before we close out the weekend here on Later with Mo Kelly. Name that movie called classic, the Expert Edition, courtesy of Mark Rahner. Sponsored by Mark Rahner?
Yeah, okay. Thank you for that.
It's Friday night, 9 o'clock. Time to name a cult classic. It's called the show.
Mo Kelly, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Be sure to check out the podcast. If you miss any portion of the show, you can get the podcast anywhere. Of course, on the iHeartRadio app. Make sure you follow, and then you can get all the episodes automatically downloaded, and you won't have to worry about missing a single second of the show. But if you don't use the iHeartRadio app, you can always find it on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Apple Music, wherever you may listen to your favorite podcast. Of course, we are one of your favorites, but you can listen to it there. And before we get out of here, just got to give you some other information. Next Friday will be Mark Rahner in this chair, pulling all the levers, pushing all the buttons. And he says he's going to be playing Name That Movie Cult Classic with you as well.
I have learned at the feet of the master, but my question is, are you going to leave me without swag to give away? Because I got nothing.
No, I'm quite sure Twala will hook you up.
I mean, I suppose I could give away. I could give away some of my comics, but that's kind of a letdown when you're talking about Mo mugs.
Well,
we might have some keychains that we can leave you.
Okay, yeah. If you leave me with swag, I think I got this with Fuchsia's help.
Okay, all right.
I mean, we'll scrounge around.
Yeah, we won't leave you high and dry.
Look in the couch cushions. See what you got.
Yeah. Look, there's no need for JD Vance jokes. Okay.
Okay, I'm backing out of this.
That's what he said.
I'm pulling out of this.
All righty. Let's go to the phones. Scott in Texas/Oklahoma. He's jumping back and forth across the state line. I don't know. Maybe he's running from police. Scott, how you doing tonight?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Not too bad either. What's the weather like out there?
It's hot. Defying laws of gravity out here.
I can only imagine. Now, I'm letting you know, this is the Expert Edition. You can choose 4, 5, 7, 9, or 10.
Okay, everyone you've had so far, I've guessed them before they did. But I have a question. Do you remember that Sean Penn movie? Because you had two with Sean Penn on here, where he went to prison. Was it like Bad Boys or something?
Mark, do you know? It's not ringing a bell.
No, I think he's right. Yeah, Bad Boys. I was still young Sean Penn.
I don't know that one.
That's like one of the first movies. I'd say it's actually pretty good.
Okay, I have to check that one out.
1983.
Yeah.
1983.
Geez, that's pretty out of high school then. All right, let's go to number 4.
Number 4, here we go.
Good morning, Dr. Zira.
Good morning, Julius. How's our patient today?
No change. The minute you open the door, he goes into his act.
Well, and what do we want this morning? Do we want something? Come on, speak. Come on, speak. Do we want some sugar, old-timer?
You could get hurt doing that, Doctor.
Oh, don't be silly. He's perfectly tame.
They're all tame until they take a chunk out of you.
Well, Bright Eyes, is our throat feeling better? It still hurts, doesn't it?
See? He keeps pretending he can talk.
That Bright Eyes is remarkable. He keeps trying to form words.
You know what they say. Human see, human do.
Scott, you are of the right age group to know this movie. Do you know it?
I'm going to say Planet of the Apes.
I'm going to say you're correct, sir. Yeah. Wow. Scott, I think you're a cinephile. Okay, wait a minute. You got time for one more?
Sure.
Okay, let's see how good you are. I will choose the next one for you.
Make him earn it.
Let me see. All right, here we go.
What we like for this are bicycles. We've identified back roads from the Shemran district. A couple of rat lines through the mountains to the crossing near Tabriz. Cars are off the table because of the roadblocks.
You wait till the weather clears up, then deliver the 6 bikes, provide them with maps to the Turkish border.
We have intelligence they can ride bicycles, or we're prepared to send in somebody to teach them.
Or you could just send in training wheels and meet them at the border with Gatorade. It's 300 miles to the Turkish border. They need a support team following them with a tire pump.
We were just asked to sharpshoot this. State is handling the op.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Tony's an exfil special. You got a lot of the Shaw's people out after the fall.
Sir, if these people can read or add, pretty soon they're going to figure out they're 6 short of a full deck. It's winter. You can't afford to wait around till spring, so it's nice enough to take a bike ride. The only way out of that city is the airport.
Scott,
Dang, I have no idea.
If I tell you who's in it, you will probably know.
Like, I won't say like alto, not alto.
You're warm. You're warm. Jason and the...
Jason and the... I have no idea.
Yeah, you do. You got
Yes,
this.
you do. You got it. You're there. You are there. Not astronauts, but Jason and the...
I didn't say enough word. I said my wife's at home screaming right now at me. I drive a truck. I'm on the road, but you can't have an F word. Okay.
Mark,
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah, you already said Ben Affleck. It's a rescue caper movie, and it's much more tense than you would think from a Ben Affleck movie.
Iran.
Yeah.
Hostages.
Yeah, I know what. I can't think of the name, but I know it's like one word.
Correct.
I know, like he was.
It's not ergo,
and it's not cargo.
Oh, it's not ergo cargo.
Nor is it Fargo.
Nor is it named Margot. Nice woman, though.
And if you go there, you cannot order the escargot.
Damn it. Come on,
You've got this.
Okay. Fargo without the F. Cargo without the C.
Argo?
Yes. Yes. I told you, this is the expert edition. This is not easy. It's not easy. You knew the movie, but sometimes the recall of the name of the movie can be difficult. Hey, Scott, thank you for being such a great sport and playing a second round.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we got a prize coming your way, and make sure you call in again sometime soon.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. Coming up next is Coast to Coast AM. KFI AM 640. We'll see you on Monday. Oh, remember, tune in for Soul Cal Saturday tomorrow with Tawala Sharp at 5 p.m. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Common sense left California a long time ago. We're bringing it back.
KFI
and KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live